Hello everyone, this is Bush and welcome to the third episode of playing Minecraft with friends. So last episode we stopped at getting the elytra and there has been a little bit of a time skip between the second and third episode, so I'll catch you up to speed. Now we have done all of the necessary enchanting pretty much. We have all of the armor enchanted. Our elytra should be maxed out because it has both unbreaking and mending. We also did the same with tools and we have more tools to show in the shulker box over here. And I have a little bit of an idea. I want to start working on farms. I actually just want to start, working. Because if I turn around and show you what I'm looking at, you're gonna be amazed. Not by this, but look at that. I mean, Alan has been working on his creeper farm and I know it's not the most efficient farm, but look at that. He's still working on it, so it's I think he's going to be continuing working on it above. I suppose that this circle right at the top is going to be a continuation for the tower, but look at that. This looks so cool. We gotta get back into the game. Is the farm actually functioning? Oh yeah, and it does actually produce some gunpowder. Obviously not too much. It's not specifically meant for actual farming, but my god, does it look amazing. And then we have some of these construction projects. I don't even know, is that gonna be like an apartment? Are they trying to build their university dorm or something like that? I have no idea, but this is wild. And so I'm currently also working on my own project. It's not necessarily a build as of now, but I am going, or at least I'm trying to, make a lot of farms. And specifically for that, I dedicated a spot, I'll show you in a second, let's fly right there, over here. So initially it was way further away until I realized, man, it's gonna be a pain to be getting there all of the time. But this is 8x8 chunks industrial area. I don't even know how to call it specifically, industrial district, and it's going to have a lot of farms, and I'm actually planning to build them both on the ground and above ground because, well, the build height limit is actually pretty big now. And as you can see here, I'm also here digging out, and I have a little bit of a system going on over here. I'm trying to find a slime chunk. Now it's kind of weird. I don't know why I can't find anything, but I have seen, while I was trying to light up the area and caves all around here, I think I saw a slime in this chunk over here, but for some reason none of them can spawn, so I had to go and take a detour and try and find all of the caves around here. I mean, if I'll go into spectator mode, everything should be lit up, and yet I don't see any slimes in here. That's really weird. And then I had an idea that maybe I can't see and I can't get any mob spawning because maybe the area here isn't lit up and there are too many mobs above ground. Now I don't really know if that's true, if that's actually the reason. It might be. Oh well, I'm gonna eat this piece of rotten flesh. And here I thought we solved the food shortage problem a long time ago. But the biggest reason why I'm already looking for a slime chunk is because I will need many redstone components, many, especially slime blocks, if I want to make the farms very, very big and just have many farms. Slime blocks are very useful blocks, pretty much essential in all of the redstone builds and farms. And so I'm trying to get this slime farm going very, very early on so that I have materials to work with. Another cool thing is I actually found a skeleton spawner, and that is incredible news because with that we can also automate bone meal, and with bone meal we can actually make wood farms and crop farms and many other farms. Like that is a very useful thing to have. So let's head back and unload all of the ore blocks that we've got over here and perhaps grab some blocks to start building some kind of platform above ground. All right, so let's probably not go to sleep just yet because I do want to see how that area looks at night. I don't really know how this is gonna look like. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best, obviously. It's pretty badly lit up, but it's gotta be something. It's gotta do something at least, right? Ah, I missed it. I mean, 2x2 chunks might seem like a lot, but then I take a look at it and see, I mean, we're gonna need a big storage and automated storage. I mean, we're gonna need a sorting system. We're gonna need everything. So at this point, maybe this isn't even gonna be enough. Maybe we're gonna need to build an actual sorting for this outside of this area. All right, here we go. And I hope to see some slimes over here. I don't really know. Yep, I've checked all of them. No slimes. Alright, well, if there are no slime spawning, might as well just try and design a farm. As you can see, I tried to use crafters for the first time over here to make an automatic concrete powder crafter, but it's so inefficient that it's so much easier to just take by hand and craft all of the concrete you need. I mean, seriously, this stuff over here, that's not necessary. I think the only actual convenient use for crafters is just turning materials into specific material type block, like for example gold nuggets into gold ingots and then gold ingots into gold blocks. I think this is a good and efficient use of crafters, but if you need specific items, that is just faster to do it by hand. Right now we're gonna do something different. As we already know that this is completely inefficient and completely useless, we're gonna try and construct our my first wood farm. You know, you need wood for planks, you need wood for sticks. It's a useful crafting material, it's a useful building block. It's pretty much essential, and it's actually the first block you're punching when starting your Minecraft world. Alright, well, obviously it's not the most ideal and it's not the most compact design over here, but we'll just see how this goes. And let's say I put a block over here, and these two are not powered. Oh yeah, that's the problem that I'm trying to avoid. This is not what we want to get. Alright, so from what I'm seeing, the comparator can't actually read if the sapling is grown or not. So perhaps it's actually better to use a comparator instead of an observer. So I'm just gonna mark this spot over here with this piece of wall. Are you even gonna grow? I mean, you're supposed to, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Did it move the entire log? Oh, I think it did. This is a success. And it doesn't actually take up as many resources as I thought. Alright, I thought this entire thing was gonna explode. Okay, but the problem is, yeah, it's not exactly going to be the most convenient thing, because we're gonna have to stand here and put down the sapling like so. And then this thing constantly needs to be turned on then. So this is how it's gonna be. And we're gonna stand here and we're gonna just hold the right click. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. I thought this thing doesn't work, but I think it actually does. It takes a while for it to actually grow. Okay, well, this farm seems to be working. This bit at least seems to be working. Now, what we need to do is come up with the way to actually blow this up, because, well, we need to actually get wood blocks, and for that we're gonna have to use TNT. Now, I have never used, or built for that matter, a TNT duper, so this is gonna be the first time for me. So I've checked some other farms and the results are my results are negligible compared to theirs. But hey, the thing is, these farms usually utilize one thing that I found, and that's the removal of leaves. Now the thing is, it's incredibly convoluted and it's just so not worth it for now, I think, because it basically relies on this trick that if you push these blocks at the same time, it's going to remove the leaves. So if I, for example, do this, it's gonna remove the leaves, and that's how you basically clean this area and effectively just make the trees faster to grow. So it's the next day. I have managed to build myself the farm that I was making in my test world. However, there are a few things to mention, and that it doesn't work. So the problem isn't actually the farm itself. I think it's supposed to be working in the same manner as it did in the test world. But the problem is this thing doesn't work on our server. And I think it's because of how sketchy the entire setup is with the server, but basically the TNT duping does not work. And I don't know if it's fixable, I don't know if we can fix this, I don't know if we can do something about it, but apparently this design of the wood farm will not work. And that means the basalt farm, the cobblestone farm, and yada yada yada, none of that will work. Which means we're gonna have to find a new solution. Oh, hello. What do you have? But since we have already started working on our industrial district, we're just gonna find a new farm to make. Now, as you already noticed, probably I do have some slime blocks. That means that our slime chunk is actually functioning. It's functioning, unfortunately, very, very slowly and very, very weird. I have to always come up here and see for myself if there are any slimes, and 99% of the time, there are no slime spawning in this slime chunk at all. And so what I'm actually thinking Since we already know that this is 100% a slime chunk, build our first farm, a slime farm. We're obviously going to need a little bit of mining to do, but it's not that difficult. I think we should have enough iron for an iron golem. Then I'm guessing we can take campfires or magma blocks. I think campfires might actually be easier. Since if the wood farm doesn't actually work, we're either going to have to fix the server itself, or we're gonna have to make a bamboo farm and create wood through bamboo planks. Which unfortunately means that this entire thing that I designed is completely useless and is not functioning, and we might as well just remove it right away. That's fine. Okay, so I got some iron, I got some fences, and I honestly have never built a slime farm before, so this is gonna be a new experience. I'm assuming it's gonna be not that complicated, I hope, but let's just see. I guess we'll start by hollowing out this part right here, all the way down. So the farm isn't set up yet, it's not gonna work yet because, well, obviously we don't have a way to kill and collect the materials. But I do want to see if the slimes are spawning, and if they are spawning, are they going to the iron golem and are they jumping down into the pit? Other than that, I think everything should be fine. That's it, I'm gonna block you off. Hopefully everything is gonna be fine, and hopefully some of the slimes will spawn. Maybe I will be able to see it through the replay mod. So in the meantime, let's get ourselves some campfires. I'm hoping that slimes are actually going to be damaged by those. And we are going to need quite a lot if we're going to use campfires. We need, what is it, 16 by 3? 48. I just hopped into a testing world to see if campfires actually damage the slimes, and they appear to be doing that. So I just thought to check it out before I do something incredibly stupid. Before I do something potentially incredibly stupid. Alright, let's see if any of this is actually working. Not quite. That's not exactly what we need. And I actually don't see any slimes either. That's not good. That's bad. Alright, if I'm remembering correctly, we need to dig out again a 3 by 3 hole real quick. Oh, alright, so we got a little bit of water elevator action going on in here. I've set it up so that we get right over here, and if we go back up here, we have 4 total layers of the slime chunk. Let's check this out. I've lit them up properly, so now there shouldn't be any regular mobs spawning, only slimes. The areas outside of these slime chunks should be also lit up pretty well, so I'm really hoping that this is actually going to work properly this time. So I'm just gonna go AFK for a while and see if this entire thing is actually spawning slimes. So I'll see you in a second. I'm trying, so I think I got a bunch of iron blocks for the iron golems for each separate layer, but I think for this layer the problem might be that the golem is way too low, so I'm trying to lift it up, but because the golems don't float in water, I had to hang him real quick. So sorry about that, buddy. Just hang tight real quick. I just need to place some blocks beneath. There we go. Can I remove you from the leash? Alright, so the golems are placed into their little cages or something. Hopefully this will lure the slimes in here. We're gonna have to see in the replay mod again. Now we're just gonna have to set up a collection system, and I'm just going to pick up a minecart that we left at the TNT duper. and we have exactly the amount of iron needed to cover the campfires with cracks. So let's go down and place the rails over here. I don't really know. Oh no, don't do this. Alright, so I think this system is actually working pretty well. So as you can see, if I drop some items over here, the minecart hopper is going to pick it up, and then it's going to get here and it's going to unload the items in this hopper, and the competitor is going to be reading that hopper is transferring items, which will in turn disconnect and unpower this powered rail over here. And so as soon as the hopper stops unloading items, here in a second, it stops reading items, it stops reading the signal, and powers the power rail back on, and the minecart keeps going. And I think this actually works pretty well. As you can see, the items are here. I actually got 2 slime balls out of this already. This is a success. And as you can see, if the minecart doesn't pick up any items, it just bumps into the block and goes right back to pick those up. So let me just now cover this and make as much presentable as possible. Here I think this looks just fine. Here you can see the minecart. We can now just block this off since I was only testing. We can block this off so the little slimes don't get out of the chamber. And this is it. The farm is complete. So now we can just go AFK and use the replay mod to see if the farm is actually working, because we need to still understand if the iron golems are actually luring the slimes into the chamber. So to make sure that I ride awake in AFK here for a long time, I also added a crafter right here. It reads the current strength signal using this comparator, compares it to the strength signal from this composter, which now outputs the signal strength of 8, and then this comparator subtracts the current signal. So when the signal here is 9, it outputs signal strength of 1, and that powers the repeater, which then powers the block, which then powers the redstone here, which then powers the crafter, repeating the cycle. And that way we can recraft every single slime bit right away, effectively increasing our storage drastically. So let's cover all of this up, and there we go. This is it. Now we can AFK here for a long time, getting a lot of slime blocks. This is a success. Oh, and also we had some kind of April Fool's joke on our server. No one actually told that it is going to be an April Fool's, so none of us actually were certain that we had a backup of our server, so effectively we were just blowing stuff up without realizing if we're gonna get it back or not. Alright, everything... Ow! Everything seems to be fine. Thankfully I'm not seeing a post-apocalyptic picture over here. Everything is fine. So before I finish this episode, I actually have a little bit of a quest. Since building farms anytime soon is going to be pretty complicated, I thought that maybe I could instead try and create some kind of wool farm. Oh man, I must have spent all of the wood. Oh, never mind, I literally have some in my inventory. So what I'm thinking right now is to actually go off on a little bit of an adventure and find ourselves sheep and get an early farm going, because I want to use wool and colorful wool blocks to mark necessary areas out here, and in general it just looks nice on its own. Obviously for it to work we're also going to need some kind of dye farm, but I think with automated... oh, there we are. I think with some kind of automated dye farm using bone meal we can get it. But maybe we can just use... oh, Timothy joined. But I think with automated bone meal we should be just fine. So here's the big question. Oh, I just realized, by the way, my vanilla tweaks aren't on. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. So here's what I want to check out. Are you gonna fly with me? Nope. They will not. Good to know. Oh no, one of them died. Oh god, okay, fine. Let's find a new one. Come here, buddy. And you. Alright, you now just follow me. Actually, I can hold this in my hand for you to follow me properly. I don't really know what's worth building right away. A small barn for sheep or an automated farm right away. Because automated farm is obviously good long term, but right now... like, it needs a lot of resources as well, and we don't really have that many at our disposal other than slime blocks, which I'm actually interested in how many slime blocks we have. Oh, wait a minute, be careful. Don't fall. But I'm guessing I can just make a small pen right over here. Oh no, I don't want it. Well, okay, whatever. Alright, can you guys not run away, please? Thank you. Alright, that's good. Oh, how did you get here? Alright, so you are in place. Now what I need is a trapdoor for me to get out of here. Alright, so you sit here. I'm gonna, make more of you. I'm gonna breed you. I mean, make you breed with each other. That's what I meant. And when there are gonna be many of you... Oh, I just realized I'm stupid. I'm gonna be so stupid. They need to be on grass. Alright, change of plans. You're coming with me. Yes. Oh, come on. Alright, still follow me. Follow me, guys. I guess I can do something over here. And boom. Alright, so now I think you're good. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some shears. And I'm thinking that since it's probably gonna take me a while to edit this episode anyway, I'll just be occasionally logging in, feed these guys over here, and shear them and just make them more and more and more and more. And I'll also see if I can design some kind of automated wool farm myself. And then using this wool, we can kind of, mark some areas down. Probably gonna look into some kind of dye farm as well. But for now, this is probably gonna be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and watch my previous videos on the series. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!